Welcome back to Newegg TV. My name is Anthony, and today we're going to be looking at the Thermaltake Element V Nvidia case. So the box itself doesn't really say much. It shows us the, looks like 200mm fan at the top, one on the side here. Of course, you have windows, and that graded mesh look on the front. Along with, we see that there's variable fan controls. We have 3 USBs and an eSATA, along with headphone and microphone out. But let's get into this box and take a further look at what we have here. Of course, we have the user manual here. Always make sure to read that and register your products. And as you can see, this is a rather large case, so handle with care. As you can see, this case is packed really well. Has this soft bag cover, keep things from getting scratched, and of course a lot of styrofoam to keep anything from getting banged around during any sort of transportation. So now we're at the meat of it here. And the first thing that you see is, of course, how green it actually is. So let's have a look. On the front, you can see everything like we were showing before. You have your fan controls, your power reset buttons, 4 USBs across the front, eSATA, microphone, headphone, hard drive indicator, status light indicator. On the front, it's showing us that we have 5 5¼ bays, and then it looks like from here on down is just the mesh paneling. On the top, we have one, appears to be a 200mm fan, and then mounting for another appears to be 120mm fan. So on this side, pretty basic, pretty clean panel. On this side, we have a viewing window, and then of course you see 200mm fan, which you'll notice right up here we actually have a lock. The keys, when you unbox it, are located here at the back, so let's get those off. And then door style hinge. Of course you can see that nice fan right here. And then we have boxes and boxes of stuff. So let's get these out of here. Take a look at what's inside. Okay, some good packaging. We have an air duct for CPU cooling. We have another air duct here. So you have some options in the way that you set this thing up. Make sure it works for you. So we have the second air duct there, a bit deeper. Head straight over to that fan. And then of course, another fan for you here. Looks like 140mm. Another ducting option. So they really provide everything that you need in order to get the build done the way you want it. So we have that as well. And then of course your fan connector, Molex to 4-pin fan, or I'm sorry, 3-pin fan. So let's get this out of the way. You'll notice there's another box in here. Let's find out what's in there. Okay, so here we have a conversion cover, faceplate for the drive. So that way if you decide to use a 5¼ slot for a floppy, anything like that, you have that plate available. And then of course you have your hardware screws, grommets, and zip ties for cable management. And then you also have the internal bay adapter for the 5¼ bays to something like a 3½. So that way you can mount a floppy and keep everything still looking clean. Everything goes together. Okay, as you can see here, we have 12 quick releases for 12 drive bays, 5 of them, of course, the top 5 are the ones with the front access, and then the ones below are going to be your 3.5s, or if you choose to get the adapters, you can use the 2.5-inch drives, and they just pop right up like that. So that way you have very easy access to everything. Now, if you're able to see through this here, we actually have 220 millimeter fans mounted up front. And that way you get maximum ventilation from the front, the side, and the back. That way all the air keeps moving through this. Now let's spin it around again. And let's see if we can show you the back here. Of course, 7 PCI Express slots, 120 millimeter fan mounted to the back. And then you can see through here, let's see if we can get a better angle on this for you. We also have the bottom filter for the power supply. Now while we're up here, you see we have one Colorshift LED 200 millimeter fan mounted that comes with it. There's also room for another one, or it's variable, so you can put in a 120 fan right in there as well. There's a second set of holes there. Now let's see if we can get the back cover off. Now one thing that you will notice that I like about the new Thermaltake line of cases is that they have the swing out doors. Very nice, especially as you can see, cable management's kept real tidy. And that's where you have all of your cables for this top plate up here. Also access to all the mounts for the motherboard. And you can see we have a lot of different configuration options here, a lot of pre-drilled, pre-threaded mounts, and especially extra large space for cooling for that CPU. Well, this has been the unboxing of the Thermaltake Element V Nvidia Edition case. My name is Anthony. Thank you for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.